Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Lewis Speaks 2022, and today I want to discuss with you the topic of reassurance. I think that reassurance is a necessary ingredient in relationships that's oftentimes missing today. I think many people in relationships, they rather accuse their partner of being insecure, of being codependent, of being too needy, when really it's the reassurance piece that's lacking. And I think that while it's not a person's responsibility to make their partner happy and to be the architect and the author of their happiness, I do feel that it's the responsibility of both parties to offer reassurance, especially in these times. I think that we live in a very, very insecure world. A lot of us at times do not know where we stand with people. And so oftentimes you have to ask and you have to be transparent and you need to be safe enough. You need to be safe in your relationships to explore those concerns. If you definitely have a concern that you are not being made a priority, you want to know that. You want to know if the person's priority shifted. You want to know if something changed, because there's no worse feeling than being the last to know in a relationship. And you don't want to be that unsuspecting victim that wakes up one day and all of a sudden the person just doesn't want to be with you anymore, doesn't find you attractive, doesn't really want to connect with your energy anymore. And so it's devastating. And that happens often, and people are entitled to change their minds. But I think that this is why people want to know where they stand and they ask question after question, because they don't want to be left in the dark. And I think that when you don't offer this reassurance, the person begins to distrust you. They start to just kind of have one foot out of the relationship because they don't want to be played or hurt. And I think that it's the lack of reassurance that really undermines the longevity of a relationship. Your partner, let's face it, there are going to be moments where they are insecure. They're going to feel not themselves. As you grow deeper and deeper in love with the person, you're going to start to notice things that may be off-putting. And this is why I think couples have a responsibility to one another to offer that reassurance. It's not about codependence. It's not about falling into their manipulation or, some fishing. They're fishing for compliments and you just don't want to fall into that dynamic. It's not so much about that. It's just making sure that your partner knows that you are still in love with them, that you are still wanting to be with them. And I think that this is missing. This is just dangerously missing. And I just wish that people would offer that reassurance without shaming people because they want that. It's not so much a matter of, I'm insecure. It's a matter of we all don't know where we stand. I know with COVID-19, it really just rocked everybody's sense of safety. And so we all want to be able to provide that safe space, that holding environment that really fosters trust and connection. And that's the key. And I think our world currently, we're exhausted. We are exhausted. We are drained. And sometimes we lack on giving our partner that necessary and much needed reassurance. And when that happens, you start to notice a breakdown. You start to notice that the communication becomes short and combative. And it's because they're not feeling connected. Reassurance is a way to connect you to the love of your life. People, they want to feel loved. They want to feel cared for. They want to know that you still value them. And that requires you to reassure them from time to time. But then I guess the question becomes, how much reassurance is too much? Does this person need constant reassurance? And I think that is definitely a conversation that you need to have with your partner, because I think that if you need constant reassurance in a relationship, there's some inside work you need to do on your own end. I think that there are healthy levels of reassurance that should be offered. And then there are other times where your partner's insecurities have nothing to do with you reassuring them, but rather more to do with their own unhealed traumas and their own unhealed wounds. So then at that point, it's necessary for them to go to therapy and take responsibility for this constant need for reassurance, because some people, I agree, they're bottomless pits. They never get enough. They never get enough. So you have to also ask yourself, how much is too much? I think an appropriate level of reassurance is indeed helpful. Like it's healthy, it's helpful, and it's necessary. So I think our culture tends to shame people that need reassurance. They call them weak, they call them codependent, and that's not okay. It's only normal in this day and age to want to be confirmed, to want to be validated, to want to be reassured. And so I hope that all couples out there begin to really explore the importance of reassurance, because if not, you're going to start to notice a breakdown of trust within your relationship. And I think, to be honest, the absence of reassurance is what feeds the insecurity and makes it grow. When you are reassured and you are assured and given proof that this person loves, values, cares for you, sees you, you can relax. But when, I guess, your requests for reassurance are met with shame, guilt, scolding, then it's just going to lead to more mistrust and animosity and resentment. So begin the work of reassuring your partners. Make sure that they know that you love them, that you value them, and have proof. Show them concrete proof. So I hope this video was helpful, and I wish everybody a wonderful, wonderful 2022. Peace, y'all.